Everyone loved Elizabeth. But I looked upon Elizabeth as mine. Mine to protect, love, and cherish.
Justine, you have done all you can. You must rest, or you too will succumb to this vile fever.
I regret that I am to be taken from you, but these are not thoughts befitting me. My father's hopes of future happiness were placed on the union of Victor and dear Elizabeth. This expectation, Victor, will now be the consolation of your father.
I have succeeded!
The study to which you apply yourself has a tendency to weaken your human affection. Then that study is certainly unlawful. That is to say, not befitting the human mind.
I selected his features as beautiful. All his limbs are in proportion. Beautiful. Oh! The beauty of my dream has vanished, and breathless horror and disgust takes its place. He was ugly when unfinished. But now with those muscles and joints capable of motion, Dante himself could not have conceived of such horror. Oh, the bitterness of disappointment! My dreams of success are now held to me! I found myself in a forest. I delighted in the sounds of birds and the wondrous night sky. Light and dark passed many times. I roamed constantly in search of berries for food and fresh water to drink.
Safi! Oh, Papa! Save my share, Safi!
Suddenly my cottages, my family, for I looked on them as my own, are transformed. And I discover in them the expressions of happiness and human love. Such tenderness, such intense joy. My heart longs to beat in unison with theirs. Now, with my knowledge of man, I can read of my abhorrent creation. I can read of how I was loathed, of the disgust with which I was greeted, and the abandonment of my being.
Their melancholy is soothing, and their joy elevating, to a degree that I have never experienced in studying authors from any other country.
Summer passed, autumn, winter, spring.
When you read their writings, life appears to consist in a warm sun and a garden of roses. How different from the manly and heroical poetry of Greece and Rome.
I have sworn eternal revenge. I too can create desolation. My enemy is not invulnerable. This death will carry despair to him, and 1,000 other miseries shall torment and destroy him. Youth. Here is one whose joy-imparting smiles are bestowed on all but me. Awake, fairest. Thy lover is near. I would give my life to obtain but one look of affection from your eyes. If she awakes and sees me and curses me and denounces me murderer, I am forever deprived of all that she could give me. No! She shall atone. She shall suffer. The punishment be hers. Thanks to my study of the books of man, I have learned how to work mischief.
That sweet child brought up amongst us.
As I say, the evidence and circumstances are compelling.
Our mother's faithful nursemaid and protector of little William.
She was found with the necklace, a gift from Elizabeth to William only that day.
They ever treat her better than any mere servant girl, but educated alongside us, loved and guided.
She cannot explain how she acquired the necklace, which was
All
little.
be proved. Fear nothing.
Everyone else believes her guilt. To see them prejudiced in so deadly a manner renders me hopeless and despairing. It was I have murdered William. The locket I gave him must have tempted the murderer.
Assure yourself, she is guiltless. Every human being is guiltless of this murder.
Victor! What do you mean? Victor! What do you mean?
The carrion crows plucking out your eyes long before death eases your pain. Each limb trapped and broken by 1,000 hammers, scream tongueless for forgiveness.
The tortures of the accused do not equal mine. She was sustained by innocence. But the fangs of remorse tore my bosom and would not forego their hold.
I am innocent.
Yes, and your soul shall gain absolution and the blessing of a sanctified grave.
I confess. I confess. How shall I ever again believe in human goodness?
That I could, with the extinction of your miserable existence, restore those victims whom you have so diabolically murdered! Ah! I expected this reception. All men hate the wretched. How then must I be hated, who am miserable beyond all living things? Yet you, my creator, detest and spurn me, thy creature, to whom thou art bound by ties only dissoluble by the annihilation of one of us. You purpose to kill me. How dare you sport thus with life? Do your duty towards me, and I will do mine towards you and the rest of mankind. Abhorrent monster! Fiend that thou art! The tortures of hell are too mild a vengeance for thy crimes. You dare reproach me with your creation. Come on then, that I may extinguish the spark which I so negligently bestowed! Be calm. You forget thou hast made me more powerful than myself. But I will not be tempted to set myself in opposition to thee. I am my creature, and I will be even mild and docile to my natural lord and king, if thou wilt also perform thy part, the which thou owest me. How can I move thee? Will no entreaties cause thee to turn a favourable eye upon my creature who implores thy goodness and compassion? If the multitude of mankind knew of my existence, they would do as you do and arm themselves for my destruction. I will keep no terms with my enemies. I am miserable, and they shall share in my wretchedness. Yet it is in your power to deliver yourself and your family and thousands of others from the whirlwind of my rage. The guilty are allowed, by human laws, bloody as they are, to speak in their own defense before they are condemned. You accuse me of murder, yet you yourself would destroy me. Oh, praise the eternal justice of man!
From yon Cologne we descended to the plains of Holland, and in a few days arrived in Rotterdam, whence we proceeded by sea to England. It was on a clear morning in the latter days of December that I first saw the white cliffs of Britain. We passed some months in London, when we were invited to join an old friend in Scotland. In this expedition, we should not follow the great road to Edinburgh, but visit Windsor, Oxford, Matlock, and even the Cumberland Lake.